This is Elijah Villain, and this is Branding Your Mind. Today we're going to talk about owning a brand name and what that means exactly. So a brand name is either your name or a company name or LLC name or what have you. So let's say your name is Jordan's Mop Association. So you have to own that name. What does it mean to own it? Well, it means you can have a website URL, or you can go to the county and get an LLC or get a S corporation or some type of corporation. Usually you would file that kind of thing with your Secretary of State. But what I mean when I say own a brand name is I mean actually owning it online, like actually repeating it over and over and making sure it's everywhere. That means LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and the other 1,000 different social medias. So today, what I want you to do is I want you to go online and obtain, because this is ownership, right? The new ownership is no longer owning just land. Like, we have to own all the social media accounts associated with your name. You have to own all the URLs that are associated with your name. And, you could pay about maybe, let's say, under $100 and own pretty much everything that you need to own that is associated with your name. So in my case, ElijahVillain.com, I have ElijahVillain.com, I have ElijahVillain.org, I have ElijahVillain.biz, which is supposedly supposed to be like the next big org or .com, which I don't really believe, but it cost me like $1.99. So I want you to go on GoDaddy or .5 Hosting, which is my recommendation. Yahoo even is a good one, even though they sometimes are a little bit pricey. And go on there and actually get the domain names, and then right after that, go to Twitter and get the domain name or get the name of your company that is exactly how you want it, preferably without any numbers after it. So if it's Johnson Publishing Co. or Johnson Plumbing Co., then just get Johnson Plumbing Co. Don't get Johnson Plumbing Co. 123. Try to keep them the same all the way across, including on Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, because it's going to come in handy when you're actually plugging your social network and when you're actually promoting and advertising. Here's a good example. We recently got done doing a project called Black Superheroes Reimagined, and my Twitter handler is @avillain. And there was a couple celebrities that posted the picture again on Instagram. But guess what? My Twitter handler is also @avillain on Instagram. So I was able to track that and actually see that people were talking about the project on Twitter just because both of those handlers were the same. So you want to make sure they're the same, even if that means that you actually have to have a number. So if you decide that you have a number, I don't know what that was, my voice just cracked. But if you actually decide that you have to have a number, like avillain123, just make sure it's avillain123 all the way across the board. Don't settle for less than that, and it's going to come back on you and be a lot better for you. So that's what I mean when I say own a name. Own the name. Use your name consistently and make sure on every single social media, on every single website, that you own everything you possibly can. Because if you don't, somebody else will take it. I mean, it's an open market. So it's not really that hard to imagine that in Ohio there's also a Johnson Publishing Co. or a Johnson Plumbing Co. And in Florida there's also a Johnson Publishing Co. and a Johnson Plumbing Co. also. So you have to be careful. You want to watch your back. Own every single name that you possibly can. Own that brand name all the way across the board and promote effectively. All right. Till next time, this is Branding Your Mind, and I'm Elijah Villain. All right, because without a brand promise, you technically don't have a brand. You don't have a brand, because the whole idea of branding and the word brand is that you're promising something. You're giving something to somebody somewhere, whether it's a client or a customer, and you're promising them something over and over and over and over. For instance, Walmart promises you that they will deliver low prices at any given time period, any season, any day, any week, whether it's weekends, nights, or mornings. They're going to deliver low prices. So what is your promise to your customers and clients? I will wait. It's okay if you never thought about this before. because it's time to start. So let's write down 5 things that you actually give your clients and customers. Write down 5 things that you actually give your clients and customers. Out of those 5 things, I want you to pick 3 that are definitive. 3 things that you know for sure that you can promise and you can actually give your customers.